Are you a short guy wanting more success in the dating world? Well, I get it. I'm a short guy myself, and I've got 8 tips for you for more success coming up next. What's good, everyone? Mario here. In this video, I'm talking to you short guys out there who want more dating success and better dating success. Because I get it. When you're short, you're like, damn, I wish I was taller. I myself am part of the group because the official average height for men in the US is 5'9". I stand at 5'8" and 3/4, so I'm officially part of the short guys club. So I understand the challenges, I can empathize, but I've also been able to overcome it so that I've minimized this as an issue for me and others. And what I want to do in this video is pass along 8 tips, 8 pieces of advice that have helped me and have helped others, and they can help you to overcome your issues with height and deal with them better for more and better dating success. But before we get into that, let me remind you that if you're not fully satisfied with your current dating or your online dating results, you're invited to join one or both of my free online academies. They send out free weekly videos designed to help you level up your dating game. Sign up is super easy and takes seconds. You can do so by clicking the link in the description or the card for this video. Now let's get into this. I can't change how tall you are. I wish I could. Just go poof, like Harry Potter or something, and you're taller. But I can't, and it's not going to happen. So what we need to do is come to grips with reality, just like I have, that I will never dunk a basketball on a regulation 10-foot rim. I've tried my entire life, and I've worked towards that, and it just never happened. I would just not going to happen. But that's okay, because we can't have everything, but I'm blessed in other areas. Just like you. You're blessed in other areas, if not height. Trust me, I know you are. All right, but what I want to get into is this list of 8, starting with number 1. The very first piece of advice that I have for you short guys out there, if you want better dating results, is you have to address your issue and identify it. How big of an issue is it for you? And one way that I think that you can do that is, one, you're watching this video because you kind of know that your height is an issue. Okay, cool. So we can admit it's a problem. But if I were to ask you, so how much of an issue is your height to you? How much is it, impacting your dating life? You'd be like, I don't know, a lot, and I don't know, a good amount. Well, what does that really mean? So I think one step beyond that might help many of you out there is to quantify it. Put a number to how big of an issue this is. So either 1 through 10, 10 being the worst, 1 being not a problem, or through a percentage, 100%, this is 100% problem. Whatever it is, come up with a number, because I need you to just understand you have an issue, and hopefully we can quantify it a little bit more specifically than it's an issue, it's a big issue. So we want to just be more measured in it for your sake, okay? It'll help you even at an unconscious level understand the severity of the issue, and that'll be helping you to have that drive to do certain things that are uncomfortable or new that will help you grow and progress beyond whatever height issues you have, okay? The second thing that I want you to do is something that is mental. All right, so the mind is very important because I can't make you taller, right? But what we can do is expand your capacity from the inside. So the one mindset that I want you to take on is the mindset is that someone is always envious of what you have. All right, so if you're 5'6", I get it, you're fucking complaining. You're watching this video being like, God damn, I'm fucking short. But someone is 5'2", looking at you, or they have looked at you like, shit, I wish I was 5'6". If I was 5'6", I could blend in, would feel normal. 5'2", I feel like a shrimp, blah, blah, blah. And then there's someone who's 4'7", looking at the guy that's 5'2", like, man, I wish I was at least that tall. Like, he's like 5'2". He's like way over 5 feet tall. I wish I was 5 feet tall. I mean, like, I would just have so much more confidence. So someone is always envious of what you have. So take that into account. All right, I get it. You wish you were taller. I wish I was 6 feet tall so I could dunk a basketball just once, but I'm not. And I think it's a little bit, it is normal to be envious of others, but it's also appropriate for you to keep it in perspective, okay? You can't change it, and you're always going to be envious of someone else, and someone else is always going to be envious of you, all right, of what you have that they don't. So it's just a matter of perspective, and with the right perspective, you can be a little bit more mentally healthy and productive, and a little bit more attractive. That is one of those mindsets. So remember, someone is always jealous of what you have. All right. Now, the next tip, the third tip, is also about mindset. I want you to take on this productive mindset of that someone before you with worse issues with height has achieved the success that you're seeking. All right, so there's someone just as intelligent as you, someone just as rich or broke as you, someone just as smart as you or dumb as you, and someone just as short as you, maybe even shorter, who has succeeded in the results that you're seeking. So what that means is that it's possible. You're not going to be like able to say that no one's ever done it before. Yes, someone has. Someone uglier, stupider, dumber, shorter than you has accomplished what you want from life. All right. In the dating world, they've accomplished the success that you're looking for. So, what you need to take from that is that one, your pity party is really a waste of time because it's possible. And two, there's some hope there. All right. There's some hope. So, be productive in your mindset. All right. The fourth tip that I have for you is a simple one of dress. All right, now I'm not going to get into a full video about style tips. I might make one later, but just some initial things about dress that I want you to understand is one, don't be the guy that always wears the boots. Okay, you can wear boots, just don't be the guy that always wears boots because he's overcompensating. The other thing that you can do is obviously not wear stripes, which aren't going to help you out. And one more thing that you need to do is do not wear big, baggy clothes. All right. They don't look good, especially on short guys. So if you are very short, wearing clothes way too big for you, no one is thinking like, oh man, that guy, he's bigger than he seems, or he's so tall. They're not thinking that. They're like thinking like, why does that guy look like a tree stump? Why are his clothes so baggy and like, like only his hands stick out. He's got really small extremities sticking out. Why are his pants this wide and his legs are only this long? You don't trust me, just wear clothes that fit you, not way too big. And I get it. Sometimes it's cultural. Sometimes it's we just think we look good in those clothes, or we thought. Take a second thought. I don't care if you're in shape or out of shape. Wear clothes that fit you better. All right. Not everyone has to have six pack abs or be perfectly in shape to wear clothes that are fitted better. Okay. Just wear clothes that are fitted better. And you know what? The truth is, this is a bonus tip. If you can't do anything about your height, you can do something about your physical build. All right, so that is something that you can absolutely do something about. I have. I didn't want to be skinny, so I put on a lift. I've always lived a life of lifting weights, so I could, have the physique that I wanted. And I also understand that, you know, if you don't want to be short and fat, you can just be short. You don't have to be fat. That's a choice. Change your diet, change your training, or develop some training, and shape your body. I just think that if you're short, why are you making it worse by being short and fat? Okay? Be short and in shape. Be short and in better shape. All right? But it just makes sense. Don't just let your body go to just becoming whatever because you don't give a fuck. Well, why should anyone else appreciate it? Okay? The fifth tip that I have for you is I want you to develop your total package. So I've been telling you that we can't change your height, but there are all sorts of things that you can change. You can change your confidence around women, how good you are at conversation. You can change and improve your intelligence. You can improve your awareness and knowledge in various areas. You can develop closer friendships. You can be a better friend. There are all sorts of things that you can become or improve at that develop you as a total package. Because remember, I've been telling you that being tall is not alone going to make you successful. Being rich doesn't alone make you successful. I know tons of rich guys who struggle with women. I know tons of good looking guys who struggle with women because being rich, being good looking, or being tall is by themselves not enough. All right. It sounds, I mean, like you may not believe that, but I'm the dating coach. I'm the one that has had the experience. I've been the one that has seen this as a pattern. And all you have to do is just, you know, believe me. All right. Next thing, number six, you're going to have opportunities to show women that you're comfortable with your height. You need to take them. So whenever it comes up, you just need to become the guy that doesn't give a fuck. If someone asks you how tall you are, you tell them and you tell them the truth. All right. Now here's an example. Whenever I'm asked about my height by male or female, or whenever it comes up, I've always gone with this answer. Sure, 5'9". And if anyone asks me a second time, I'll tell them, well, actually, I'm technically like 5'8 3/4 to be exact, but it sounds like too much. So I just tell everybody I'm 5'9". And that is how I handle my height. Like I'll tell somebody my height, but I have no problem telling them exactly how tall I am. And it's true, like I'm not saying 5'9" because I'm comfortable saying 5'8 3/4. It's just to me more weird and sort of almost an insecure behavior to say I'm 5'8 3/4. So I'm just like I'm 5'9". And like in shoes, I am, but 5'8 3/4 officially. And I'll tell anybody that, and I'll say it with this sort of confidence and conversation. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm 5'8 3/4. If you ask me a second time, like that's exactly how tall I am. But you see how I said that just to you right now. I'm not apologizing for it. I'm not feeling like it's a bad thing. So the way I just said it to you is the way that I say it to other men, other women, and it's how you need to be sort of comfortable with addressing your height. You want to become the person that can tell somebody how tall they are without, making a big deal out of it or feeling uncomfortable. You want to be the guy that a woman says, "Can I wear heels around you?" That's like, "Fuck yeah, you better wear them because I want you fucking sexy." And, like if you look good in heels, you need to be in heels. You also want to be the guy that's not all weird and like, oh, if we take pictures, I have to stand this way, or don't wear heels when we go out, or I need to stand in front of you. You don't want to be that guy. Fuck it. You would rather be the guy who's like, yeah, look at my big fucking Amazon woman right on my. No, that's what you would prefer actually. You want that sort of confidence. I'm not saying you have to go for an Amazon woman or anything, but you need to be confident owning like, hey, like, so what if we're a different height? I don't give a fuck. Look at who I'm with. I really think that I'm with a catch. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter what the audiences think, okay? That doesn't fucking do a damn thing for 99.99999% of your dating experience or relationship experience. Those opinions of everyone else that you're maybe insecure or uncomfortable about, that's going to have zero impact on your life. So don't allow it to. So you need to just make sure that she knows that you feel comfortable with her being tall, with her wearing heels or whatever. And I know that sometimes it comes up, maybe in the online dating world or whatever in person, where people tell you that they like taller guys or 5'10" or above. I'll tell you this: there are a lot of women who will say shit like that, and then it really doesn't matter how fucking tall you are. Like I don't I when I think about it, I'm sure there were plenty of women who would have preferred me to be 6 feet, but when it came down to it, did not give any fuck about me being 5'8 3/4. Well, that's how it's gonna be. Now, I'm not saying like if I was 5'2" and they loved 6 feet tall guys that there wouldn't be something where it maybe wasn't able to be overcome. But in most cases, women are fucking amazing, even if they think that they have issues with height. They can be supremely forgiving because women have one thing that they really think that they go for, but the truth is, if you have a total package, you can make them create a story about you that makes you so amazing they don't give a fuck about how tall you are, or they realize that you might be a little bit shorter, but you make up for it in so many other areas that it's worth it. Hence the reason for the total package. Okay? All right, so just make sure you're okay with showing women that you're comfortable being short or them being taller. Okay. The seventh tip that I have for you all is don't try and fake being taller. Now, one of the stupidest things that I know that short guys will try and do is wear fucking lifts in their shoes. Don't do that shit, okay? Because what are you going to do? You're going to have that moment where she sees your lifts. I mean, like, what sort of like, do you want to have a fucking one night stand or do you want to have a dating life? Because, like, you can pull off that embarrassing shit with a one night stand and no one's probably going to be like, oh my God, like, well, I'm not going to fuck that guy. But in a dating relationship, it's like such an insecure, weak, pussy ass move to wear those lifts in your shoes. Okay? It really is. Just fucking own it. Own the height that you are. Develop yourself in other areas. Be that short guy then that's fucking rock solid with his confidence, intelligence, and his game, his conversation, his mouthpiece is good, and he's feeling like a rock star. So what if he's 5'3"? That guy is the most important person in the room. It just depends, like there are different ways to go about it, but don't try and fake being taller. It's just as embarrassing for a guy with that as it is for a girl who's busted for wearing a fake booty, which is going on nowadays, like so fucking crazy. If you ever experience that, that's fucking weird. All right, well let's get back on track. All right, number 8 tip: as a short guy, you're going to feel insecure about the way you think that women might see you, like as less attractive, or you might even take that a little bit further, and what you might feel is that, like, you don't feel as manly. Well, here's the thing. Sure, it's very important for a man to feel like a man. So if you want to feel more like a man and feel more confident, then go fucking lift some weights. Go fucking take some MMA classes. Go take some, some kickboxing classes. And if you're going to be short, at least be a short guy that knows how to protect himself. If you're going to be a short guy, at least you can be strong for however size, whatever size you are. But there are all sorts of things that you could do. You could even technically become, you could get your license and carry a gun. Like, I'm sorry, but in 2020, there isn't this big need for us as men to go around like, establishing our dominance in a hierarchy through physical fighting. It just doesn't happen like that. So if you want to feel more manly, if you want to feel more powerful as a protector or whatever, then by all means, step it up and develop your body, develop some physical skills. Even like I said, a gun would get it done because that's a great equalizer. It doesn't matter if you're carrying a gun, how tall or short you are, you're still going to have the same impact anyone shooting a gun. So I'm not endorsing that. However, that is more so about making a point. So I've covered 8 pieces of advice that I've really used myself and are a big part of me feeling very confident as a shorter guy in the dating world and succeeding and wanting to pass along that information to you. Now, if there are some of you out there who have your own thoughts, your own pieces of advice that you want to share with others or myself for me to know, by all means, throw those in the comments. I'd love to read them. I know other people will benefit from your input as well. So, as always, you all take care. Until the next video. Thanks for watching. If you appreciated the content from this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And male or female, if you're not satisfied with your dating or online dating experience, I invite you to join one or both of our free academies. We have Get Game Group Academy and Get Game Group Online Dating Academy, both of which send out free weekly videos designed to help you up your game.